Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the morning of Saturday, November 28th, 2020. Here's an editorial. Well, I got numerous responses, and a lot of people think I'm anti vaccine. No, I'm not anti COVID vaccine or any vaccine. But what I would like the American government to tell you the truth. Okay? And the people that are making the vaccine, they want their money. They put billions of dollars into these vaccines. And they need to recuperate their money plus profit. Okay? You guys spend a lot of money because the taxpayers' money was spent on these vaccines. You're not going to get your money back because the profit goes to them. It doesn't go back to the government. And here's the problem with the COVID vaccine. It relates to any other vaccine. And let me give you a hint. Like I said before in my numerous videos on my other channel, say the yellow fever vaccine. I come from Panama, yellow fever country. You guys did your best engineering work when you put up the Panama Canal back in the early 19th or 20th century. But when you first got there in 1904, people were getting killed left and right. That's why the French left, because their death rate was atrocious because of the yellow fever vaccine. So, unlike today, where you had this problem, you had to get this built, you had to beat the virus, yellow fever, you didn't have a vaccine for it, and you weren't going to sit back and say, we gotta wait for the vaccine here, let's pour billions and trillions of dollars into the vaccine. Yeah, no, U.S. government didn't have that kind of money. You ended up spending $387 million at the time to build the Panama Canal. Now, did you spend that kind of money for vaccination? No. You spent around $20 million, their money, that time, on preventing yellow fever, mitigating yellow fever. And how do you do that? Well, you had a doctor named William Gorgas, who decided, hey, we don't have a vaccine for yellow fever. We can't cure it. How can we make the environment better for people to live in it and work in it and the death rate go down? He wasn't expecting what he got, but he was expecting at least a 10% death rate. That's what he wanted to do. He got better than that, but that's beside the point. So what he did is he says, okay, the mosquitoes are supposed to cause this problem, and standing water creates mosquitoes. So he used things that today would be dangerous, like oil on water, DDT, which today is bad, but back in the early 20th century, nobody knew any better. But he did. He went with what he had at the time. And that's what I'm saying, Americans. This is the problem with your generation today. You don't understand that you have to do with what you got today. Not what's going to happen tomorrow and, oh wow, DDT's bad, like 7 decades later, we got to ban DDT. Yeah. It didn't work because that was 70 years later. If it was bad, yes. That's the effects you got to live with. There's no 100% cure for anything. Even today, the yellow fever vaccine is not even 100%. It's not even 90%. And you're claiming that this vaccine for COVID-19 is going to be 95% effective. Why are you doing that to the American people? Why? The flu vaccine doesn't even get to 60%, not even 50%. Okay, and you don't tell them that. And you guys, and you let guys like that so-called Dr. Wakefield from UK, who went after the MMR vaccine for autism. And then he created such a panic here in the American government and the American people that, hey, you got measles problems because people don't want to get their kids vaccinated with measles. But what did you do with measles? It wasn't the vaccine itself. You mitigated the environment. That's what you're not doing with COVID-19. Heck, with tuberculosis, the same thing. The vaccine for TB is not 100%. But what did you do? You mitigate the environment. And what are you doing for COVID-19? You're not mitigating the environment. You got lockdowns, mask. That's not going to help. You got to go straight into the atmosphere and mitigate the atmosphere and bring the virus down to control. You can. It's going to cost you about 80 to $100 billion to do it. And your crude technology that you got on this planet, especially the Americans. But are you going to do it? Hell no. This is what I'm saying, Americans. This is your favorite alien saying, I'm not pro and not anti-vaccine. Vaccines work? Yes. They got their niche in your medical system. And you should use them. You should get vaccinated. There's going to be a few of you that's going to have problems. And then the government should look at you and say, why doesn't the vaccine work for you? Instead of saying, oh, we got this problem here. We got 2% that didn't work, and, well, we throw them out to the garbage. That's the way they react. That's not supposed to be that way. This is your favorite alien and Bubba saying, I'm not a pro and I'm not anti-vaccine. It's just a measure that you have to use to fight the virus. But you also have the mitigating environment issue, which you have not tackled. This is your favorite alien and Bubba. Good day.